Welcome, welcome, welcome. Namaste. Today we are going to make a recipe which is a weight loss recipe as well as which is a recipe which is Rajasic in nature, which is a kind of a nightshade. Some people says it comes under the nightshade vegetable. So we will be making a chutney out of the green tomatoes through the Ayurvedic touch. So this is fresh tomato vegetable garden produced in my garden. So we will be using this fresh tomato in today's recipe, and the quality why we are going to use tomatoes to make a recipe in today's session is this tomato is known to have a full of nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin K, potassium, and a full of antioxidant. It is a stimulant food. It is a stimulant vegetable. So we will be using and helping this tomato not to be too much acidic. So we will reduce the acidic nature of the tomato and we will get the best qualities out of the tomato. So let's learn how to make the recipe out of the green tomatoes. Basically the simple ingredients for this vegetable, for this chutney or for this sauce or for this pesto is very simple. What I'm going to use simple few of the ingredients, hardly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and some herbs, 6. Okay, so we'll be using all 6 to 7 ingredients along with the ghee. So ghee will be the 8th. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 ingredients to make this beautiful pesto. Okay, so why I'm showing this, because this vegetable or this tomato in the raw form has such a good action on our body, and it works as a softener, stool softener. It works as a laxative in Ayurveda because its nature is acidic. It's a Pitta Vardha food. So Pitta is a fire, and when you have some problems like digestion issues, indigestion issues, when you have a problem like a constipation, when you have problems like not digesting very well, not cleansing very well on the daily basis, then you can use this tomato in your food along with your flatbreads, chapati, paratha, rice, whatever the grains you will be eating or the carbohydrates you will be eating. It's a keto diet. Okay, this has very less calories into it, so we are going to use this in enough quantity today. Okay, so let's start with the first thing. Let's learn about our ingredients. Our ingredient is basically we are going to use the first one, ghee, but we can replace the ghee with the oil, whatever you like. But I am going to use ghee in today's session to give it a Ayurvedic touch. Okay, then we will be using cumin seeds, ginger, these are garlic cloves. Okay, just a little bit crushed garlic cloves if you see them, right? And then we have cumin, we have salt to taste, and then chopped tomatoes. Okay, so let's begin. The pan is nice and hot, and the very important thing what we are learning about this medicinal values of this food. Okay, so let's start with this. Okay, so we will add a ghee. You can replace this ghee, as I told you, with the oil. Okay, so we have 2 tablespoons of ghee, and I will be adding the very important first ingredient is a tablespoon of the cumin seeds. Okay, and now I will add the garlic cloves. There are 10 garlic cloves which I am using in today's recipe. Okay, here you go, and let it cook very well. See, this is the delicacy of the garden. Everything what you will be seeing here, all these herbal ingredients what I will be using in our today's recipe is the basil and the curry leaves and tomatoes. They are all from the garden. Okay, so we are using our garden privilege, a full of pranic food, a full of prana food. Okay, so if you see this, the garlic is nicely caramelized. Here you go. I hope you can see it. It's a nice then brownish in color. So I will turn on, and now I will add the concept of bay leaf in Ayurveda, curry leaves in Ayurveda. You will find these curry leaves in any store, Asian store or Indian store. Okay, and now I just wash them as they are from the garden. So I'm going to use them to give it a nice kick to our tomatoes. Okay, always cook with your heart. Okay, if you feel more, you put more. If you feel less, you put less. Okay, and now I'm going to give it a nice shape here. Now if you see this, the garlic is nicely caramelized, right? Now I'm going to add the tomatoes into it. Okay, so tomatoes, sorry, we will be adding the ginger cloves, 1 fistful. So this is a ginger, fresh ginger, and we are adding the fresh ginger 1 fistful. So garlic 1 fistful, if you want to know in the fist quantity, it's all about you, you know. If you are a Vata person, you use a less of the ginger and garlic if you do not want to increase a lot of acidity into your body. Okay. Pitta people, they might not love this food, but Kapha people, they will love this kind of food. Okay. So I'm adding the garlic and ginger here to give it a nice kick and spice to the food. But there is one more option I would like to share with you all. That these are the banana peppers from my garden. So I will add the 9th ingredient, which is banana pepper. 2 banana peppers. Here it goes. And now what I will do, beautiful. I smell all the herbs. Now I'm adding the basil. This is a basil, fresh from the garden. Okay, so if you have any herb in your garden, you are more welcome to use the herb which is in your house. Okay, I will be using basil for counteracting the effects of the tomatoes. Okay, I hope you are understanding what I am trying to say here. Ayurveda is all about you. Ayurveda is all about your health, your wellness, your healing, your body type, your health and your wellness. So now these are 1 kg, almost like 3 pounds of tomatoes I'll be using today, and we will cook them. The tomatoes are used in skin care as well as beauty care. Okay, skin care and beauty care. And I will mix these very well. I'm going to add the salt here so that they can mingle it with each other. So 1, 2, and 3. You always add the 4 spoon because tomatoes are very sour in taste. So we will be adding the salt And you can add more or less depending upon what your body needs. Okay, and now I will be giving it a nice stir with 2 spoons. We need to go to the bottom and get all the herbs and our tomatoes mixed very well together. This is called as a garden delicacy, or this is called as a summer delicacy of the green tomatoes. Okay, as I told you, this is a good softener, stool softener. So people who has a lot of stress, people who has a lot of agitation, irritation, people who has a lot of constipation, people who are not cleaning their bowels, people who are suffering with the weight challenges, people who has a lot of hypertension, people who are holding their channels blocked, they can use this recipe. There are different ways why some people should not eat. There are different reasons why some Pitta people or some of the diseases, or specifically the certain skin conditions, they should not eat this. Okay, so always consult with your Ayurvedic doctor, with your Ayurvedic practitioner, to understand the diet, to understand the reason why it is suitable or why it is not suitable to your health and wellness. So garlic and ginger and lots of basil. Okay, I love the basil. So when I make these kind of chutneys, I save them for at least a week, So if you cook them very well and then let it cool off nicely, I will show you. Okay, and let's mix it. It's all about the combinations, the ingredients, what you are using when you are cooking. Okay, all right. Always cook the food for your health and your wellness. If you see, these are all from my garden, the delicacy of my garden, which I love to cook fresh from my garden. So today we are using just a green tomatoes to create this awesome recipe, which is mentioned and which is from the Maharashtra side or from the Bombay area, where we use the green chutneys as a as a part of the food, but not in the excessive quantity. Okay. One of the vegetable which really works for our nice immunity system also. This is mentioned, many research shows that this can, people with, kind of when there is a lack of communication between the cells, they can use this food. Okay. This is a nice weight loss recipe. And if you are watching this, kindly subscribe our YouTube channel to understand the logics of Ayurveda and learn Ayurveda, and let's grow together in the field of Ayurveda, which is the science of your life. Alright, so this is a grill, this is a cast iron grill, so you make sure that temperature is, you are managing the temperature when you are cooking in the grill, in the cast iron grill, because the temperature goes very fast. Hello. Yes, I am in the office today. Good to see you here, darling. Alright, so a little bit more before cooking. We need to let the water, the tomatoes a little bit mushy. Okay. And let's cover it up. So these are almost like 3 to 4 pounds of tomatoes, and what I used is like half teaspoon 4 times, means 2 teaspoon of the salt. Okay. Alright, let's cover this up and clean it up, all this. Cooking is all about your engagement with the food, you know. How much you want to engage with your food, how much you want to engage with the combinations, the incompatible and compatible concepts in Ayurveda. How much you want to think about all of this before you offer the food to your body, before you offer the food to your mind. I will cover up the lid just for a few minutes so that it can get cooked fast. Until then, I will just show you one more interesting thing in Ayurveda. So what I have done here, this is separate than this recipe, okay? So these are red lentils, okay? They are chana dal, which is called it as a gram. Okay, chickpeas or the horse gram, okay? And then we have a moong dal with the skin, and then we have the black gram with the skin, okay? So 4 different lentils together. They all are separately roasted very, very well on the stove on the medium heat, okay? So now, until that is getting cooked, I'm going to mix this all together. Okay. All right. And I'm going to add a salt. This is almost like 3 cups of the containing ingredients. So 3.5 spoon, which is 1.5 teaspoon of the salt, and then I will be adding a tablespoon of cumin seeds here. Okay, tablespoon of cumin seeds here. Okay, so salt and cumin seeds, these are the only 2 ingredients which went along with the all the lentils. Okay, and now what I will do, until that work is happening, until I'm giving some time to cook that material, I'll take a blender. Okay, and this is a blender. I'm fixing it on. And what I will do, half. Okay. And I'm going to close the lid. Okay. at this beautiful powder. Okay, how healthy, full of protein. What do you want to know about this? Vegetarian people always complain, how do I get the protein from the food? Okay, so let me yum yum. So what you do, you make a powder like this. Okay, I need to do it a little bit more powder if you want. It is a kind of a little bit greenish. So perfect. I think this will work. Release the pressure so that it will be easy for you to open up. Okay, now let's see what is happening with our tomatoes. Yes, this is not an alkaline food, this is an acidic food. It comes under the nightshade family. Now I will be saving this powder. Okay, make sure everything is dry. Your spoon is dry, your container where you are storing this is dry. Okay, because you need to keep the things, store the things for the longer period of time. If you use the wet spoon and wet container, then it will get the mold very easily. Okay, here it goes. I'm ready to eat this. Let me taste it. Yum yum. There is a concept in Marathi from the Bombay area, or from the Bombay part of, or from the Mumbai area, that people eat this with rice and ghee and this powder. And when I was a kid, this was one of my favorite dish to eat. My soul food. Rice, fresh made homemade rice and ghee and this powder. Okay, so now I'm going to add. Okay, let's check it out what is happening here. Whoa, nice. Let's give it a stir here and let's see if our tomatoes are nice and mushy. Yes, look at this, guys. I will show you soon. Okay, just give me a second and let me finish this. All these videos are not edited. Whatever I record, I put it on my YouTube channel, Ayurveda's Health and Wellness Center, which is my YouTube channel. You will find these videos later on there on my YouTube channel. All medicinal concepts of the food. You will learn, I will learn, and you will also learn along with me, because Ayurveda is a science which is a science of life, and you keep learning Ayurveda until the last moment. If one of the Ayurvedic doctor will say that I know everything, that means he is not telling you the truth. You learn every day from your clients, from your people, when you see them in your practice. So it's an ongoing process. This food is good for one person, but this food is not good for the other person. So food is not bad. What is bad is knowing what is bad is like you are not offering the best to your body type. Okay, so this is nice. All right, let's turn off the heat. See, they are mushy. They are not the tomato. See, they are mushy. They are very well cooked. It can pass. My spoon is passing through it very well. I am going to turn off the heat now. Okay, and let it cool off. Okay, I will do one quick thing here. As it is raining here in my area, So I will finish this making up of this powder here one more time. This is the chana dal, which is a Bengal gram or Harsh gram. Okay, then we have red lentils, which is called it as a Masura dal. Then we have green moong dal, and we have black gram, which is called it as a urad dal. So we have all of these roasted very well along with salt and cumin seeds. Okay, now what I will be doing, I will make one more time, and if you would like, in this time I'm going to add our peppers. Okay, so I will be adding the black pepper, okay, in this one, because I like some kick here. You can add you can add red chili, you can add so 1/4 teaspoon of the black pepper. Okay, let's do this. Good. All right. So in Ayurveda, the food is a medicine. If you eat right, you will be healthy and medicine will not be of use. If you eat wrong, then medicine will not help us. So that means even the Hippocrates says the same oath, or he has told us the same thing in a different way. So let's see how our tomatoes are doing here. Okay, so look at this. It's all nice and mushy. Okay, it's very well cooked. Okay. And this is a kind of a weight loss recipe. What I'd like to teach my clients in my practice, that how you can eat the food as per your body type, so that your body can heal fast and your body can show good results. Okay, as this is a vegetable full of fire element. In the Ayurveda, we have 5 elements. Out of that, this food, okay, so I'm going to just transfer this into this steel pot, steel plate, and I will put this outside in a cold air, as it is raining, as it was rain here in few hours back. So I will put it outside and I will let it cool off before we blend it into the blender. Okay, and then I will tell you the benefits of it. Okay, so look at this, right? Fresh, clean, pranic, a kind of a acidic food, and which is a full of fire and water element. So if you see this, it's sitting here, okay, and it's getting cool off. Okay, so we will give it a 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Once the temperature is down and we don't see the fumes, we will take it and we will blend it. Okay, all right. So the very important thing, let's learn about this thing, the secondary thing, what we are doing along with it. Okay, so let's finish this one. Make sure everything is in the same texture, okay? So make sure you are, let me test it. The one with the black pepper is awesome than the one without the black pepper. Did you see the difference? That's why I want you to learn with me. It goes as per the body type, what you are putting into the food. Beautiful. This is how we need to understand about our family, about our kids, about our members who are loving, caring, or our family members, how we can help them, how we can guide them, how we can do the things for them by simply doing some simple things for them, okay? Here we go. My goodness. Now, yum, yum. So I'm going to mix this together. Okay. I love the taste, the spice level. You can add the green chili instead of the black pepper. But reason of using black pepper is a little bit more scientific in Ayurveda. Okay. So many of my clients, they want to know the process of cooking. As I'm practicing in the United States, many of the people of my clients, they get overwhelmed with when I'm talking about the concept of the food, because they are in the age of 50s and 60s and they have never cooked before. Now, as the powders are little warm, I'm going to let it cool off, and I will not cover the lid until I feel there is no warmth in the food. Otherwise, it will get messy in few days, okay? So let it cool off and then we will put the lid on it. All right. So now the second part of our, main part of our today's recipe, right? So we will reuse the same container, okay? It's still a little warm, so I'm just letting the fumes go and cool it off faster. So in Ayurveda, as an Ayurvedic doctor, I have helped my clients to understand the logics of the food, what they are offering to their body on the day-to-day basis. As an Ayurvedic doctor, we understand the body type and we understand what will happen if you do not take care of your body type and what will happen if you do not support your body type. So for example, if a person is a Pitta person and he is eating a lot of food which is a Pitta Vardhak food, that means which aggravates or increases the Pitta in the body, okay, then that person will have a lot of chances of creating the skin inflammation, or prone to the the acidity, hyperacidity, or gastroesophageal reflux disease. How many of my clients, they have the acidity for at least 30 or 20 years of history of acidity. Last week itself, I had a client for weight management, okay? And this lady, when we were going through the consultation, she was always telling no to all the questions. Then when I started asking her questions in another way, then she started telling. So in Ayurveda, we have such a beauty to understand the person in so many different ways. Darshana, Sparshana prashnehi. Darshana means looking at the person. Sparshana means by touch, and prashnehi means by asking the questions. All right, let's see if it can allows me to make not a mess here. It's still a little bit of hot, okay, but let's see if I can just make a little bit of it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this here. Okay, I'm just using the same container. Okay, if you want to wash it, you can wash it. If you are not fond of the lentils, then you can wash the container and you can use it, wipe it and use it. There should not be a water now. Okay. Okay, let's make this much. Okay, it is not that hot, but it's still a lukewarm. I can feel the warmth here. Okay, and now perfect. Here it goes. Look at this, guys. It's amazing. I'm ready. It's 12 p.m. in the Eastern time in Eastern America. Yum, yum, yum. How much basil, how much cilantro leaves we have it. You have seen me, right? So let me test it now. Oh, wow. Nice flavor of the ginger and a nice flavor of our curry leaves. You can identify it so well. Salt is perfect. There is not a spice, as I used only 2 banana peppers here, right? Banana peppers are not spicy at all. Look at them. I will show you one more time what kind of banana peppers I used. So they are not hot, okay? They are not at all hot. So I used 2 of them in our this much chutney, or the pesto, or the green sauce. You can name it whatever way you want to name it, okay? It doesn't matter what you name it. It matters what the contents are. It matters how you are cooking. It matters how much energy you are putting into your food. It matters not the look or the presentation, but it matters the taste and the medicinal value of your food. So always and always make sure that do not go behind your presentations of the food. Just go behind the content of the food, the body type wise cooking, and how you are helping and healing your body on the day-to-day basis. So let's see the temperature of this. I think this is cold off. Okay, so now I will make sure a little bit warmth is there. I feel a little temperature here. So another few more minutes and then we will cover the lid, and you can eat this along with your rice, your chutneys, your sandwiches. You can just pour 2 to 3 tablespoons of this powder onto either on your patty, on your sandwich, on your green sauce, on your red sauce. Whenever you're making wraps and bread, the parathas, or when you are making, the sandwiches. So you can use it so many different ways. Okay, once it is ready, it's easy to use into your cooking. I can even use here. I will show you what I mean to say. Okay, so this is how, once it is cooled off fully, as it was little warm when I was making the paste. Once it is cooled off fully, then again in a airtight container, glass container, you can save this in the fridge. It stays really good in the freeze side for 3 to 7 days, and you can put half of it into the freezer if you have extra. Okay, so in the freezer it can stay longer. Okay, it can stay a month. Whenever you need it, you just remove it. Okay, I will show you one more variation of it. Okay, as this is a thin kind of chutney, what I mean to say, you can make, this is a nice thickness. Okay, but if you want more liquidish or soupy form, and you want to eat it with the rice or dalia or quinoa, or you want to eat this with oats, cracked oats, then you can add a little bit of water when you are making a chutney into the blender, and add a little bit of more water and make it a kind of a semi-soupy form. Okay, now I will make a little bit of thick so that it can go very well on the soup. So what I will do, I will take a tablespoon of this. Okay, and let's make it. Okay, so it will give a binding agent to it. Okay, another variation, you see. So this is a little bit more thick. Okay, you want more thick like you want to spread it on your sandwiches, maybe add 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons. See what is your taste, what kind of texture you like into your food. You cook for your family, you cook for yourself, not a generalized cooking. Okay, there is a little bit heat here, so the top is coming off. So let's give it a stir and remove some heat from here. All right, here it goes. Here it goes. What do you say? Yeah, so this is what the green tomato chutney is mentioned in Ayurveda, and this is the Ayurvedic way of eating your protein rich, your vitamin K, vitamin C, potassium rich, full of antioxidant, full of fire, full of water elements. So this is a food where you can dissolve your fat and dissolve some of the weight and dissolve your cellulitis on the body. So there are many approaches to eat, how to eat, how much you should eat. That also goes as per your body type. I hope you enjoyed your time with us. I will take a leave now. This is 12:12 here in the eastern side of America. So we will take a leave. I hope you will cook this and offer it to your family. You can eat this with the rice, grains, chapati, Indian flatbread, Indian naan, any flatbreads, breads, sandwiches, oats, dalia, cracked wheat, grits, rice, any type of rice. So you can eat, and the consistency you decide whether when you are eating with the bread concept or flatbread concept or chapati concept, you put it thick. When you are eating with cracked wheats or oatmeal or grits or quinoa, put it a little bit water into it and make it a semi-solid, semi-liquid. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your time with us. Enjoy, take care. We will take a leave. We have clients in the afternoon, so we need to go. Bye, take care, namaste, hola. Eat healthy, cook fresh, with lots of your love for your family, and stay healthy. Goodbye, namaste. This is Aruna Patki, Doctor of Ayurvedic Medicine, board certified TMB therapist, live from United States of America. And this recipe will be available on our YouTube channel soon. Thank you.